Live.
Hey folks, welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. So, the big question today, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, we back! We're back. We're back. The question today is, will you survive SHTF? That's the question on everybody's mind. Livingston Man, hit him with the intro. And we're back. Naj, Hunter, and 500 Magnum, Noodlehead, Woodnuts, S. Ribkin in the house, GSP, Vision Preparedness, what's happening, my brother, Texas Surplus Pro, Sunset, Penny Prepper, Stray Kitten, John McGill, Terry Johnson, Virginia Bushcrafters, Squid, Black Star Boys, what up? How's the future, my brother? How's the future? Welcome. Tank Houston, what's happening?
What is good, everyone?
Yeah, the question today is, will you survive SHTF? That's the question today. But I do want to talk a little bit about that Operation Pocketbook that we pulled off yesterday. Well, at least I did. I know I participated in not participating at all. Some of y'all got text messages from me all day long sharing shit there because I was going through withdrawal. I was scratching and itching like, man, I gotta watch something on the YouTube. I gotta watch it.
Feeling
but I didn't do it.
Phantom vibrations in your pocket. You think your phone went off and didn't you even got your phone?
Yeah, man, it was lying to me. The ghost vibes. Right? But yeah, so yesterday morning.
Somebody who wasn't me.
Totally
wasn't me.
Out like 7+ million accounts. And
somebody that wasn't
dude,
thank you. Wasn't me.
Thank you for your assistance in helping the people who didn't understand what Operation Pocketbook was become Operation Pocketbook.
I'm going to tell you how I did it. It was so easy. 7 million people a year. There's probably more of them, but I couldn't focus on the task at hand. But it's, ladies and gentlemen, your kid's birthday with a fucking exclamation point as a password. Really? Too easy. Oh, it's my kid's birthday today. Guess who just got hacked? You.
Marco,
okay.
What's happening, my brother?
So, 7 million people, I nailed them with just that trick alone, and I didn't even feel like doing it. So imagine that. Password protection, folks.
Outlaw Jackson, you are absolutely correct. It was horrible. I found myself reaching for the phone all the time, looking to click on something, man. Looking for that information all the time, and
it's called doom scrolling when you find yourself doing that.
Yeah, man, it's bad, and the shit is real.
Jay Creature was the one that did it. Actually, I know he was.
We're so plugged in, it's not even funny. It was literally like unplugging from the Matrix. It was still there, and there's just a couple buttons on the phone that you don't hit, right? I mean, you can still use the phone, but we're not going on the social media. And
so you bent the rules. Yeah,
I used the phone.
I spent a good portion of the day on Wikipedia.
Learning. So yeah, it was...
I lurked on Facebook, I gotta be honest, if I'm just being there. I owe Billy a beer. Billy.
Oh, that's it. It's going.
Got me a beer. You were on Facebook. And I was like, I was lurking around.
I didn't
interact with
do
shit.
it. I didn't do it. I kept my word. I stayed off of YouTube. I stayed off of Instagram. I stayed off of Facebook, TikTok, all of that shit. And Outlaw Jackson said it. He's still traumatized from it. So, I mean, this shit is real, man. You really do go through withdrawal from that stuff. And it's amazing how much you yearn for it, that connection with other people all the time. So I think that's my big takeaway is that I need more solitude in my life. Exactly, Hunter, and that's weak. It's weak.
No, he's calling me weak.
Oh, he's weak. Yeah, but I did it, and it was interesting. John McGill, I'm right there with you. I did the same thing. I use my phone for stuff other than the big ones who.
I was really just trying to see like the children of the family with their Halloween costumes. I didn't get to see any of them. Nobody comes fucking here. But I honestly hate fucking social media anymore. Like back to the topic of doom scrolling. It's like you go on like hoping you see that like notification. You got a little red one there. Something happened.
Oh yeah.
my God, somebody liked the stupid shit you posted or whatever. And
they're always pushing that shit to you guys.
It honestly doesn't do anything for you. Like.
Jay Creature, that's it. And thank you for the donation, my brother. We appreciate it. It is like crack book. Everybody, you don't realize it, but you do get a small hit of dopamine every time you log into one of those things. The interactions, the likes, the things like that. And they got you on it. It's literally like a drug. So,
now the real thing is that like one day is one thing. Probably harder to do, but you can adapt to like become like cool, for lack of a better word. I'm just
yeah.
In 72 hours, you will adapt to like your situation,
your new life in 72 hours.
Pretty much.
That's cool.
Even in like adverse conditions like kidnapping and stuff like this, people have been found to like just be reprogrammed in about 72 hours, and like this is the new reality now.
72-hour news cycle, huh, guys?
See how they do that?
Yes, Marilyn, exactly. I found out how addicted I am to that stupid freaking phone and certain buttons on it. So something to keep in mind. But
you start to question why you even have the damn thing.
The big question of the day is, will you survive the SHTF? Now, everybody's going to say, I'd like to think so. I'm as prepared as I can be, right? I mean, that's my go-to when somebody asks me, are you going to survive SHTF? I'd like to hope so. But something that was brought up to me once was somebody said that once you come to the realization that sooner or later you're going to fuck up and you're going to get everybody you love killed, once you can accept that fact, it's a little easier to move forward. That someday that's going to happen because we're not perfect. We make mistakes, and there's always the wild card, right? So at some point, everybody's going to fuck up. And hopefully it doesn't come to the point of everybody that you love dies, right? That's the big thing.
Took a dark turn there.
Well, yeah, but
dark turn.
We all gonna die.
That's tomorrow.
We all gonna die. Someday,
tomorrow.
Somehow, some way, we all gonna die. Nobody gets out of life alive. And I realized some of that this weekend, that you are vulnerable, right? We're all vulnerable. And it's very easy to get taken away, so to speak, right? I mean, somebody could just get you when you're getting out of your car, right? I mean, you get out of your car, you're pretty vulnerable.
What happened to you?
Something happened to me this weekend, and I've got a little bit for you guys
send us a video up front
to check out.
Is this it?
Yeah, this might be it. This could be it. Oh, there it is.
Is that you?
That's me.
Which one are you?
The guy on the ground.
Oh man,
yeah.
Who are they?
Those are the guys who got me. Yeah.
Is there audio?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of audio with it, but not very much. But yeah, it just goes to show you that you are vulnerable. You're vulnerable. That's right, Jay Creature. Anyone can get got. Correct.
Did they read you your rights or anything?
No.
Who are they?
No,
Did they identify themselves?
They said something about blah, 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 goons, and that was it.
Sounds pretty unfucking constitutional to me.
Yeah.
What'd they do to you after that?
Well, it was they took me up in the woods and sat me down, and they put
Was
the
that you?
they put the sombrero on me, man.
So they're Mexicans.
No, I don't know. I spoke good English. Yeah, there's they spoke good English.
Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Welcome back.
The horror.
Yeah, I mean it was
Posing with you like a trophy.
Yeah.
Ha! Well, these guys are good.
Yeah,
They got you.
Yeah, very. Man, I literally made it around the front of the car, and that was it. I never saw anything coming, and next thing I know, I am getting drugged to another location with a hood on. I mean, you got to be careful, guys. You got to be careful.
Ladies, like women are kind of like clapping, like talking about this the whole time. Like you girls need to start carrying pepper spray, tasers, and pistols, because motherfuckers be rolling up. They don't. Nobody's actually coming from like these guys must have been on stage. What did they want?
Pictures and video
For that.
Yeah,
So
to
for-
put the sombrero
for fame.
on me. That was it. That was
For
it.
fame.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah.
They drug them out in the woods to get that. Imagine what they'll do to you.
Absolutely.
Imagine if those guys seen you with like an MRE in the Wawa parking lot. Next thing you know.
Yeah, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Yeah.
That's like some
it
big
can
dudes
happen.
too. They look like some big dudes.
Yeah, man. I mean, before I
Did
knew
you try
it,
to fight them?
there was no chance to even attempt it. There was no chance to even attempt a struggle. Literally, your hands full. You're getting out of the car, going to see some friends, and next thing you know, you're face down on the ground, getting your arms pulled behind you.
What did they want?
Those
Pictures.
Pictures.
They didn't even, there was no.
And video.
They didn't even take nothing from you.
Yeah, no, just dignity, maybe some pride.
You can't get that back.
Well, no,
Doing
and the
shots.
realization that I have to be more on guard all the time, right? They look more interested in spam than vodka. Amen, Texas Surplus Pro. And yeah, man, it can happen. It can happen, and it was a very good training. Very good learning scenario, especially for me. They taught me some lessons that I need to
if
be.
your account of it is, credible, then it seemed pretty premeditated. Like these guys knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah. No, they planned. They planned. Three Dog says, "See, this is what happens when you bring spam to my camp."
The funny thing is that I was supposed to perhaps be with you that day, and like comments like that make me think that they were actually after me.
Yeah. I could have just been a byproduct of the Livingston man not making it.
Like I even got like weird text messages all day, like, "Hey, bro, you gonna come out like with Mike today?" And I was like, not fucking now. Not fucking now, I'm not. Be less obvious next time, you weirdos.
So, as soon as I got out of the car, I got that kind of weirdish feeling. But it was already too late. The trap was sprung, and I was screwed.
You said they even had a decoy.
Hey, they had, yeah.
A classic decoy. As a matter of fact, they threw the female out there.
Yeah, waving. Hey.
Help! I need
like,
help.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Can you just give me a hand with something?
Yep. Toast, man. Toast. Baited me in and sprung the trap and sprung it well. Yeah, man. It can happen. It can happen. But these are the things that you guys should
For this.
You guys should absolutely practice on your own. Have your husband, your boyfriend, your uncle, your grandfather play some tricks on you, and know that it's for learning, training, and educational purposes.
Like, you ever go on a snipe hunt when you were a kid?
No, I never did the sniper.
Not only did my father do this to me, but the Scoutmasters did too. There are no snipes. Anybody that doesn't know this, I'm going to burst your bubble and like spoiler alert right now. The snipe is actually a thing, but not here in the woods of fucking Columbia County. And they bring you out there in the dark of night, and they don't tell you exactly what a snipe is, except some shit like you'll know it when you see it. So you don't know if this is a fucking velociraptor, a squirrel, a fucking mammal, a bird, a frog. You don't even know.
Yeah.
And everybody's scared. And through the telephone game that kids play with each other, the snipe becomes this mythical fucking creature that you're scared to death of. And long about the time that you are scared the most is when the biggest, craziest Vietnam veteran scoutmaster of them all comes swinging out the fucking trees like John Rambo and scares the fuck out of you. But this is what I was taught to deal with, even as a young child.
So vision preparedness, that is a very good point. That absolutely could get you shot messing around with people like that. So it's important that everybody knows what's going on from the get-go. You replace all of your real steel tools with airsoft or something similar. Paintball gun if you have to. Anything of that standpoint, and make sure you disarm knives and everything, because in the heat of the moment things can go very bad. So when you're doing training, please, unless you're at the range, keep all the real steel away. Use some airsoft, use anything like that. Now I keep going back to the airsoft because they look and function just like a real firearm, except no boom 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 when you pull the trigger. But it's important. It's important to train about things like this. And like I said earlier, at that juncture, I messed up. If I had gotten out of the car and came around the front of the car and gotten scooped up and my wife and kids were in the car, they're now in trouble. I'm gone. I can no longer do anything for them. And, you know, thankfully it was some good people that I knew who were teaching me a little lesson, and it wasn't...
What lesson was taught here?
Hudson Valley
Keep your guard up. Keep your guard up. Guard your grill. Guard your grill.
At least they unmasked you finally.
Yep.
I have no doubt that those bastards would have done that to me had I gone with you. That's why it's important to do that like separation of power thing, like that designated survivor shit. You guys didn't think we knew about that kind of thing? That's why we never roll together like that.
Hey, the Livingston man's got to put the demise of me on YouTube, right? Hunter, you're absolutely right. If it was real, lay them busters down. In the situation I was in,
he knew it was coming.
In the situation that I was in, it would have been futile to fight. I can guarantee that. It was.
Those dudes would have had what they wanted.
It was. I walked into a trap. And it was sprung effectively and efficiently, and there was no chance for me to do anything because they know that I carry, and they had planned for that. So they had assumed the whole entire time that I would have my piece on me, or maybe a couple pieces. But it was very, very efficient. They took zero chances, and I literally, as soon as I picked my head up, I was down, and there was no chance. Did I get mugged arc living? Kinda. In a little bit of a...
Well, I'm going to show you again.
Yeah, a little bit of a training weekend. We'll say.
Again, all blame, this is what's wrong with society is the absolute fucking collaborator with the phone here. This is unbelievable. There's one thing is these heavies fucking manhandling the bro, but the dude with the camera,
Hey.
Can you turn the fucking thing sideways, please, so it covers the whole screen? Thank you, Mr. Cameraman. This atrocity you committed here with this vertical video makes me sick.
They're goons, not cameramen.
You bagged the president of HVPS. And this is the video I get of it. Stop by my house next time. I got GoPros and shit. We can get 4K, bro.
So I was not, every single bit of that touching was inappropriate as far as I'm concerned. Getting hooded and drug through the woods is never pleasant.
If I had anything to do with it, he
that
would
was
have had a camera on his head too.
inappropriate touching.
Why do I have to wear the camera on my head? Just do it, bro. It's gonna be cool. Pretty sure you're gonna get bagged. I can feel it.
They hurt my feelings right here, Jay Creature. Right here, because I thought I had it all. Yes, my slingshot. Exactly, Texas. That's all I had. I didn't have time to, can't even have a wrist rocket, so I just got a little stick with a Y at the top.
We're not allowed to defend ourselves in this county.
No, you're gonna run away.
Yeah, you're obligated to flee like a coward.
Yep. And
the cops will still give you shit like, why didn't you fucking try to do my job for me, bro? The fuck?
So yeah, I learned a valuable lesson about keeping my guard up at all times, because you never know, who's going to sneak in and cause trouble. So always keep your guard up. Always keep your guard up.
He hasn't slept since.
Roman Prepper, what's happening, my brother? Yeah, and it was sleep deprivation, mission from hell.
This shit hurts. Okay.
Amongst other things, but
look at this. Okay, that's what they did to him.
Jay Creature, I'm so glad they didn't get near my my prison wallet. Vision, I appreciate you, brother. No, we're all good, man. It was a really good weekend.
You should have blew your rape whistle. That would have brought all kinds of.
They caught me with my hands full and my head down.
Yeah, the first thing they tell you is
caught me lacking.
Retreat and call 911.
Yeah, the only thing that I had available to me at the time, which hindsight, I should have made a go for it, was the underside of another vehicle. I could have possibly gotten underneath the next vehicle, but...
Then? How many of them were there?
Yeah.
All told, I saw 3 on camera, I think. Plus one holding the camera.
2, 4...
Terribly.
7 on 1.
I'm going to just...
7 on 1.
Not like this is a giant cell phone, right, Vic? Not like this. Not like this.
7 on 1.
Like
so
this. Like this.
Always horizontal. Always shooting landscape. Did I throw out Livingston Man's name? No, I didn't. I didn't have a chance to do anything, man. I literally.
Where is he?
I didn't have a chance. And I had the hood over my head, and I was drugged up the woods.
In a secure location.
Yeah. Properly cuffed, stuffed, and delivered.
Hunter's right. I'm going to go off on my own little sad tangent. Is that when grief or misery strikes you, I'm pretty sure it's one of the, I think it's bargaining. It's one of the stages of grief.
Okay.
Is this woulda, coulda, shoulda attitude.
Absolutely.
You have to fucking rid your mind off that shit.
hindsight, replaying everything.
You have to, is one of the first things you have to do is put that stuff aside because it'll kill you. Guilt and every other thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you cannot do that to yourself because there is nothing you can do about it. It is completely unconstructive.
Yeah.
In fact, destructive. Like wishing you could change the past, essentially, and you can't. And the only thing you can do is beat yourself up about it and don't do it.
Yeah.
Thank you for that comment, just so I could say that.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you gonna survive
the SHTF?
Think about it.
So
look at what happened to Mike.
I think a lot of people,
his fucking friends did that to him.
Hey, don't be on your own. You don't want to be on your own, especially if you have to move after SHTF. You don't want to be on your own. That's number one.
Friends, everybody.
Hey, that's a valuable lesson to learn. And I'd much rather learn that lesson now from them than from, let's say, a band of, MS-13 or something like that. You know, the Bloods, the Crips, something like that. I'd much rather learn now than then. So.
Now you could lie.
To all those ski masked fellas, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for the lesson learned.
Successful operation, boys. I'll work with you again soon.
But yeah, it's important, man. You gotta practice stuff now. Situations, how you're gonna get out of them. It's easy to roll it around in your head, but when you're actually out there doing it, it doesn't always work out the way you think in your head. You're not always as fast as you think you are, or as good of a shot as you think you are.
Now, can I let people think what they think? Because obviously we weren't there. We got video of the shit, but I mean, this really happened. I guarantee these dudes did this to Mike. But obviously, like, kind of once it started going down, like, I assume kind of knew. You know, at the end of the day, of course, like, this is where training ops got to fail, is because, like, at the end of the day, you kind of know you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But did they pull punches with you? Like, or they fucking rough you up? Like, they did it right, or they were fucking...
well, they did it right. They definitely didn't hurt me, but they did it right. They did it right. Vision, no, they didn't zip tie my hands, but I did get cuffed. And then after the whole incident, later talking, it was discussed that I may have been completely hogtied and carried up the hill. But
Had
they
you
thought
resisted?
Yeah. But I kind of, I was had, and I accepted that I was had, and now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to get out of this.
Now, I mean, did they let you go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right after we filmed the video,
you should have kept him tied up and made his ass escape. You guys are fucking... Oh, you just wanted your photos. Do you know what he's worth? I wouldn't have paid much for him, but I would have made an offer. Think about it.
Hunter, I did. I got cuffed and stuffed. If it was a real situation, many people would die of a heart attack. So to be honest with you,
I would trade you to Arab human traffickers.
I saw the trouble coming at me head on. And as I went to duck, the trouble was already behind me. What I didn't know is that somebody was in the woods, a sniper, who had Overwatch on me the whole time.
What's he going to do, shoot beach birds?
Yeah.
Sniper. You know, that's where that term comes from, is that snipe hunt thing I was talking about. Snipers, they had these big long guns and they would cap the birds from, like, the ship and feed the crew. Fucking, yeah, that's where the term sniper comes from.
Very good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rain on your fucking abduction right here. Look at
Pacific.
Once again, this is what you get for complacency.
That's what you get.
You get sombreroed like a chump. Look at him.
Got to keep your head on a swivel, man. Got to keep your head on a
I
swivel.
want y'all to take a good long look at this lump of shit. Now,
Pacific Northwest Trout Slayer says he's worth 2 now and laters and a doobie.
Like a 6-pack of tacos with and a Baja Blast. I'd sit down and consider it. I'd be like, I don't know, but
Micro Wolf, I agree with you. So
who?
Micro Wolf. He says, for any, get out of the vehicle, survey the land, make sure you got backup, and don't stop.
I like it. Okay, now, did you break any sort of protocol? Like
every single one. Every single one.
So I was distracted.
I was distracted, and my guard was down because, like you said, there was a woman waving to me in the woods. Hey. She wasn't waving to me. She was signaling. This was a signal. The whole time. This was a signal. And the whole way she was relaying information as I came in.
I know I planned the operation.
And see?
It was a coup d'etat attempt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a coup attempt.
I was gonna go live tonight by myself, but here he is.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Let him go for a fucking photo.
It happens, man. Keep it up. Jay Creature, that's pretty funny. But yeah, Roman Prepper. It was interesting. Vision, counterattack, not necessarily, but I was scheming and plotting.
When they flipped you over,
because now the sombrero is mine to give to someone else. Yeah, so I have to pass the trophy on.
I don't have a feeling I'm going to spend the rest of my career here avoiding a sombrero attack.
Hey, I've spent many, many years avoiding the sombrero, and I was not the first person to get sombreroed. There have been others before me, and there shall be others after. Ronnie Braun, no surrender, I agree, but it's important to know when you're in a situation that you're not going to get out of.
Yeah,
and
it's called
then
living
it's time
to fight another day.
Then it's time to play along and plot your way out. So it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least.
It sounds like, I mean, it's a great way to just play. Like, you remember playing Army or whatever the hell when you were a little kid?
That's what it is.
We still be doing that out here, these boys. And, you know, why not? Because
put yourself in situations, you know.
Because experience is, you cannot trump experience.
So Virginia Bushcrafter, she wasn't necessarily waving for help. I was just getting waved to by somebody that I knew. And I was like, oh, hey, they're over there, you know. Didn't think nothing of it.
I told you, I was like, should have just called police right away.
I literally made it
Fucked them over. Imagine
7
that.
steps, hands full. I had a drink in one hand and my phone in the other, not paying attention. And they made sure that I will forever pay attention when I get out of a vehicle. Check my mirrors, I'm checking everything, scoping it out, I'm taking my time, and then I'll get out.
I knew they were going to do, well, of course I did, but I knew they were going to do something to you like that. I knew it. Like, I'm, guys, come by and just get the cameras next time. I mean, that ISIS-ass video you sent me is we can do better next time, okay, fellas? So, like, I'm sorry I neglected you on that part of the supply chain, but next time there will be better equipment.
It's him in the suit with the sombrero.
Are you going to survive SHTF? Now, I went on a little walk in the woods. I'm going to be putting a video on my channel eventually, but I went on a walk in the woods. I got a free lunch break, and I was like, fuck this, and put some bullshit in my backpack and just take a walk.
All right.
And this is going to be huge coming from me.
Okay.
I ate that stuff that our good buddy Steve brought me from the Tuckaway Tavern in Raymond, New Hampshire.
Oh, not spam.
Right.
Yep.
Not spam. They didn't make no clue as to what it really actually is, but I don't care because what it is not spam. And that ruins everything for you. So I took a walk in the woods the other day. I fucking went down, sat by a little stream, and I cooked up some spam, and I sat there and ate it. Fucking spam sucks. Ugh. Yeah. Gross. I mean, once you take something like spam and you go ahead and improve on it, it ruins the whole thing. Like, it tastes like metal. Like, it was gross.
Like the can it came in.
And now I hate it. So I just needed to come out and say that, you know, I don't know about spam. I think that they need to up their game.
So the not spam is superior.
If you're in Raymond, New Hampshire, I suggest you go and get some of their not spam because it is the best, like...
Not spam in the market, huh?
Not canned lunch meat. Like, you know, spam grows in a can? This stuff, it grows, like, without a can. It's like a shell-less version.
It's wild.
So, real spam, like, kind of pisses me off. Like, your game is weak and improve your shit. There, said it.
Yep.
So am I going to survive with my 56 fucking thousand cans of spam? I don't know, because now it fucking sucks. Survive, yeah, pissed off as fuck also.
So, Ripken, no, the DD tarp did not help. Nope, not even a little bit. But yeah. It, are you going to survive, guys? Are you going to make it? I think the biggest takeaway for me is that alone, I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. I can't watch my own back. I can't cover all the ground. And that heightened state of awareness that you get when a situation turns bad.
It can only carry you so long.
Correct.
Before you crash and make just ridiculous decisions. Like,
correct. And that's when you're going to get your family hurt or worse. So it's important to have a group of people that you can trust to help you when the shit hits the fan. It's gonna be tough, guys. And honestly, right now, my biggest concern is blackouts over the winter. You know, grid down scenario here in the Northeast when it's frigid.
This this talk of a diesel shortage, whether that's conflated or whatever. But also, if you rely on fossil fuels to heat your home,
Yeah.
you may be up against some hardship this year. A lot of winter being the worst time. It's summertime. You can go out and sleep in the yard or whatever, take your shirt off. When it's negative 20 outside, you got to heat your domicile somehow.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
they would have it costing you lots of money.
Absolutely. Home heating oil here in the Northeast, today I heard $6.09 a gallon. Gasoline is also on the rise, as everybody knows, and that's just going to continue to inflate. And it's going to bring about more and more problems, guys. The elderly, the people on fixed incomes, they are getting squeezed so fucking hard. I don't know how they're doing it. I really, really don't know. And my heart goes out to you if you're on a fixed income and you have to deal with all this bullshit. It really is disgusting what they're doing to the American people. And at some point, it's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Outlaw Jackson, I bought their services for like 6 Slim Jims and like 2 Red Bulls. And there was 5 of them, so I don't even know how they split that up. But you'd be surprised what people will do when they're hungry and just need a fix, bro. Diesel fuel's creeping. Here it's... God, am I right? It's $4 or $5 a gallon.
Oh, it's over $5.
I thought I wanted to say 6, but didn't want to be inaccurate.
No, home heating oil was at $6.09. I had a buddy tell me that his propane wasn't too awful bad. Propane hasn't skyrocketed yet.
It's killer.
Yeah, man, it literally will take the food right out of your mouth to not freeze to death this winter if all you have is oil heat.
There's some ways around this. Just to bring up, I don't know if you guys are a sponsor of these Jackery people.
No, but I do have one. I do use it.
Stand by it.
Yeah, it seems to work
Works?
great. Yeah, works great.
These solar generators, you'll find them called.
Yep.
You should probably get one if you're a person who lives in. If you're from the city or something like that, you have like Con Ed and like natural gas service,
Yeah.
stuff like this. Out here, like where I live in the Hudson Valley, we have well water.
Yeah.
We have to fill a tank with a fossil fuel to burn to heat it, and I need propane to run my stove and hot water heater.
Right.
So I have all this like outside infrastructure that I have to try to accommodate for.
Absolutely.
But where you're talking about, where it's really cold and the power's out, with something like a Jackery, I can charge it in the sunlight. You really hope that stays lit for a while. And you can bring it inside and you can run a heater. You can stay alive with something like this.
You're going to want a big one, though, to be honest with you, because
Folks,
those heaters draw a whole lot of power.
Your biggest SHTF scenario is, as an American, as a person on Earth, is going to be a natural disaster of some kind, I figure, before there's a political one. What are you going to do, report that sumbitch?
No.
Texas Surplus Pro, thank you.
Thank you. I was trying to highlight your comment, but it's not letting me do it. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, Texas Surplus Pro.
But, in my opinion, will you survive? What kind of weather do you have to deal with? Because this hurricane season is broiling up.
Well, yeah, it's actually coming to a close now. But, I mean, yeah, depending upon where you live, man.
The snow, the thunderstorms, the tornadoes, the this, the that, the
Oh, yeah.
earthquakes, the whatever. And you ever notice, there's a big outcoming for this kind of stuff. Like, oh my God, hurricane this, hashtag, oh my goodness. And these cities get devastated and destroyed, and then you just never hear about it again.
Yeah.
Like, it's as if they're not rebuilding them, and if they are, the process is painfully slow.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But America is slowly but surely being destroyed by these weather events. And in my opinion, short of some sort of military action that seems distant and vague to me.
Right.
That's really what's going to bring that death by 1,000 cuts, is this infrastructure damage that just turns this place into a fucking wasteland.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of how many billions you send
Yeah.
to Ukraine or how many smokestacks you cap off.
That's it. They think, wind and solar is going to fill all these gaps. They've got everybody around here converting to cold climate heat pumps, which run solely on electricity. And without the power grid, you have no fucking heat. So if you're going to go cold climate heat pump, you better bury a 1,000-pound propane tank and have a hell of a generator on your property if you think you're going to be warm during the winter. Because there ain't a solar setup in the world that's going to power those things.
No, I was saying
Texas Surplus Pro said a space heater would kill your solar setup in a few hours max. A space blanket would be ideal as you were able to run.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I still recommend one for what you want is a tandem setup, I guess I'll call it, where you have like a higher powered, like again,
solar battery. Yeah.
A fossil fuel powered generator.
Yeah.
That can handle your heavy hitters like your heat, furnace, refrigerator, freezer.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like a well pump.
Well, another thing to keep in mind.
A Jackery or a solar generator, battery pack, whatever you want to call it, is a thing you can bring room to room with you.
Yes.
That powers the stuff that's maybe optional, but it's a quality of life improvement. This shit sucks. Why shouldn't I be able to like brew some hot water or something, you know? Understood what he's saying, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do the wood stove thing. I've been splitting wood like crazy. The wood is kind of a backup heating source for me. But, you know, something that I brought about today was that the gas in the generators only lasts for a couple hours. And then you're going to have to refill that thing, especially if it's got draw on it, you know. If you're
sure, the more draw, the harder.
The more draw, the harder it's working, the more gasoline it's using. And they're not going to last very long. 3 hours, 4 hours, maybe.
Infrastructure-dependent fuel sources, propane, fuel oil, diesel, gasoline, whatever. Whereas solar or wind or hydro, I guess if you got that, you are not dependent on infrastructure because you
are the infrastructure.
You can collect it and gather it wherever the fuck we're.
Yep, that's a big thing.
So if nothing else, like, you're not trying to live forever. Like in most cases, like I figure, like you just want to be able to like hold out for like a week, 2.
Yep.
Okay. Like, and if you're out here like I'm prepped for the next 10 years, then God bless you. Okay, that's awesome. But for the most part, especially if you're new here, start small. Start with what you can afford, and get stuff that's worthwhile.
Jake Creature, 22 kilowatt generator burns 3 to 5 gallons per hour.
And some of them run off of propane.
So when you add the propane feature to them, they run a whole lot longer off of propane than they do off of gas. That's for sure.
But you can't go like walk down the parkway and like siphon propane out of cars the same way you could gasoline.
Exactly. Let's see. There was another comment here that I wanted to bring up. Stealth Survivalist says the biggest threat is people, not the power going out. Correct.
Sure, it's people's reaction to the power going out.
Exactly, Livingston Man.
And you get your Walking Dead scenario.
Yes.
Refugees.
But again, there will be a trigger to make these people act irrationally, right? Bear Independent says people behaving badly. You know, that's one of the indicators.
We already proved ourselves worthy of fist fighting over toilet paper and accosting strangers over where they're wearing a diaper on their face. I have no illusions about what society will turn to when an actual fucking emergency happens and shit don't work for real. Instead of they just told you it didn't.
Well, what I wonder is how many unanswered 911 calls there's going to be in the first couple of hours of unanswered.
There'd be none. The Supreme Court already ruled that the police and law enforcement are not obligated to protect or even help you, and they're not going to. They're going to go home and protect themselves and their families just like you're gonna. There'll be no police, there'll be no firefighters, there'll be no ambulance. No one is coming to save you.
That's right. That's right. And remember, hope is not a plan. Robert Miller's got a hell of a setup. Deep well hand pump, septic system, 23 acres on the mountain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I got a fucking aqueduct and fucking 32 acres on a fucking...
plateau.
170-year-old coal-fired cook stove.
Robert Miller is going to survive SHTF.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm just
doing the things. Doing the things.
I do that here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I am. I'm not nervous, but I'm
apprehensive. Is it the word?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, the future doesn't look so bright. Guys.
Looking sus, bro. Straight not busting, no cap.
Get Christmas presents for your kids now. Get them early.
Well, what Jay Creature said, he said he wondered if his fat is a prep. And no disrespect. You folks that are carrying some extra, you're going to straight last longer.
Yep.
Unless us skinny people decide we get a little hungry and you look like a snack.
That's right.
Also, remember that like electricity comes from the power grid, along with, and milk also, it comes from the store. If you guys want to like go down a rabbit hole, like just go find out like what is electricity and where does it come from, and then next time you pay your electric bill, you'll feel like putting on clown makeup. It's actually free and everywhere, but they charge you a delivery fee. They like, some guy comes with like bottles of lightning and leaves it on the doorstep. Like,
you just plug it into the
they
outlet.
charge you a delivery fee, bro.
Go.
That cost us money. Like, what do you mean?
Lori Q, great to see you. Tell Lenny I said hello. Hello, Lenny, if you're out there. Coming to see you guys soon. Coming to see you guys real soon. I've been so freaking busy.
Outlaw Jackson's right. At the with the power's out, like flip the switch, dumbass. Is it turned off?
Yeah, have
It
you
comes
tried
from
the
the
switch?
outlet.
Have you tried the switch?
Maybe your extension cord is faulty.
That's it, man. That's it. I just want to say what's up to a couple people in the
Say what
chat.
up to
I
some
saw SRD in the chat. What's happening, my brother? Wisconsin Farm Boy, Robert. What's happening? What's happening? GMA Merkel, what's going on? Tracy Mickle, you're right. It's all just a waiting game.
It's better than a mirror, really. Just,
Fix your hair.
well,
He's got it.
this is what they actually see. A mirror.
And my brother from my other mother, Pacific Northwest, Trout Slayer, what's happening, my brother?
This tattoo on my finger is a
Kia
funny
Chris?
story. This was supposed to say Elvis.
They ran out of fingers. Son of a
It went
bitch.
wrong from the start. I said go with it.
Oil isn't a fossil fuel, it's a mineral. Hey. So yeah, man, get your shit together, guys. Things are not fucking looking good at all. Not looking
I'll give you
good at
that
all.
coal is a mineral, but I don't know if fossil fuel is not fossil fuel like
It's
oil.
recycled dinosaurs, right?
It's biomass.
Yeah.
It's in the same. I'm gonna like. Listen, I didn't go to college. I didn't even go to fucking school. But oil is right up there with like what peat is. Like it's like organic matter. Same
Right,
with coal.
yeah.
What coal is beds of ancient leaves before we had leaf blowers,
Oh, they all just got compressed.
and that's what coal is. It's fossilized leaf beds from ancient forests that no longer exist.
It's all gone.
These things are finite, and the more of them you dig up and burn, the worse it is for everything. And I don't do climate change deniers.
No.
I know it doesn't toe the party line. I know that, like, as Republicans, we're supposed to ignore that and like act like it's not true, but it is, and we could do better about it. But these things are contributing to these weather events. Like this, why I think that weather events are going to be the death by 1,000 cuts.
Yep.
That really brings civilization, not just America, but everyone, like down to like Mother Nature going to flex
Oh, yeah.
and show us all who's boss.
Ain't that the truth? I've seen it. I've seen it with the when the hurricanes came through here and just washed out towns. Mother Nature, can be a mean bitch when she wants to be.
You can think back to when you were a kid and you can blame whatever you want to blame. But again, like back to when we were talking about regret and shoulda, coulda, woulda. Doesn't matter.
That's right.
Reality is now.
Enlisted prepper, what's your tips on storing gasoline? Stabil fuel stabilizer. Gotta
Plastic
have it.
bags in the closet. As close to it as an ignition source as possible. Like, because you want to keep it warm. If it gets cold, it shrinks and then you have less gas.
Wisconsin Farm Boy, have a great night, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, man, Stabil and good quality gas cans. You want to cycle that shit out as frequently as you can.
If you can afford it, find the least or no ethanol in the gas that you
Correct.
can. If you can get no ethanol gas, like,
Yeah, if you can get
do that.
ethanol free, absolutely do it.
Small engines especially can't stand ethanol.
There are some places in Columbia County, I believe they are Stewart shops that sell ethanol free gasoline.
Yeah,
There's
it's expensive.
There's a few places. That's
Absolutely.
hey, when you go pump that ethanol-free gasoline, I want you to take a real fucking good look at the price of it because that's what gasoline should cost here. But they have watered our shit down with ethanol and destroyed our vehicles, our small engines for years, and they actually talked about adding more ethanol to it.
It's called planned obsolescence. What you do, and especially if the vehicles are intended to last for a certain amount of time, then feed them fuel that degrades them and turns them to shit anyway.
Yeah,
And
so
people
then you
just-
have to buy that electric car.
For every one of us that is like, I'll fix the car, there's 6 people who are like, just trade it in and get a new one.
That's
and
right.
They plan for this, and that's every
right.
product out there.
Stewart's by the Rip. That's right, Hunter. That's a good one. That's a
Also,
good one.
there's an All Town at the corners of the Bells Pond intersection. They also have ethanol-free gas.
All right.
$5.09 a gallon, though, last I saw, and last I paid attention to it.
Right.
So this could have possibly months ago, but it was up there. But worth it. Chainsaws. If you are a prepper who lives in not a city, and you should have a chainsaw.
Oh yeah, good one. Spare chains, sharpeners, know how to use it.
And you should always put ethanol-free gas in there, or else the sumbitch is not going to fucking start.
Correct.
And you're going to throw it.
Yep. See, Sean Stan said ethanol was destroying his steel equipment.
Also, it was voiding your
It
warranty.
does.
They specifically forbid you from using that, and they would prefer you use their own
Yeah, the can
pre-mixed
mix
gas
that's
shit.
like $12 a can.
They will give you.
Yeah.
They'll give you an extra extension on your warranty if, with the purchase of a new machine, you get their premium oil mix.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I recently purchased a steel.
fantastic. Yeah.
Steels are finicky bitches, though.
Black Star Boys wants to know if we can store the gasoline in the bathtub. That's how they do it down under.
The old dive version was way better. Jay Creature, I'm old enough to remember when it was a nice and easy.
Yep. The dive version was better. That's right. You could go and get yourself a salmonella sandwich at the restaurant.
Listen, only weak stomach people get salmonella, whatever that is.
Ripkin says the Milwaukee chainsaw go burr. Those things are awesome. The battery operated ones are no joke, guys.
Now, Tank-
Do not underestimate those things.
Tank Houston says that a cap full of acetone neutralizes the ethanol in the gas. Now, acetone can be found, to wit, always wanted to say that,
Okay.
in nail polish remover. Your wife probably has some.
Fantastic. Yeah, I don't do science class. I don't like mixing stuff like that. Scares the crap out of me.
Just read, bro.
Yeah.
For instance, or even, you know what I did? I ask Alexa stupid questions. And you'd
Okay.
be surprised what you learn. This one time I was joking with the wife, and I was like, the meme about the dog can have a little salami as a treat.
Yeah.
I was like, the cat can have a little Spam as a treat. Then for whatever reason, I was like, Alexa, can the cat have Spam? And she was like, no, fucking cats cannot have Spam. It's bad for them. Like, it killed them and shit. If I hadn't just been fucking around and asked her, I might have gave the cat Spam.
See that? Don't feed your cat Spam.
If you got Alexas, talk to them. They come to appreciate you. I tell mine, thank you. She says shit like, I like you too. It's a great relationship we have.
Merkel says his still is 11 years old, works fine. Some of those old ones, man, they just keep ripping no matter what you feed them. But the newer
5
stuff
seconds.
is so finicky.
5 seconds and somebody's going to get mad about me having Alexas, and yet here I stand talking all this shit on YouTube, and I'm like, what do you think the Alexa is actually gathering from me besides things he might want? Like, yeah, listen to me when I'm talking that shit drunk, and I'm like, I want chocolate-covered pretzels, but like white chocolate with this. And then next
they're
day
in the
they're like,
cart.
you know what,
Yeah.
I have that. And they're like, thanks for that, because,
The Roman Prepper, have a great night, my brother. Thank you so much for stopping in. We appreciate you. And Roman Prepper, actually, we might be doing a live with Roman Prepper here soon.
I really like the Roman Prepper,
Yeah.
Pete. I miss you. It's been a while
one
since
of my favorite
we gabbed.
dudes. One of my favorite dudes. We appreciate you.
Elvis.
Yeah, man. No spam here ever. Vision, I ain't mad at you,
I
bro.
appreciate
I
it.
ain't
But if
mad
you're
at
ever
you.
in Raymond, New Hampshire,
Yeah, not spam.
not Spam, go to the Tuckaway Tavern because
It lives there. Yep.
it's good. Okay? And after having it, Spam is not. So they ruined it.
They destroyed it. Black Star Boys, that's funny as hell, bro. His bathtub is full and ready, and he's got plenty of plastic bags to transport it to the car.
Of gas?
Yes, just fill the bathtub. That's
Fill the
right.
bathtub with gas. And make sure you keep a candle. keep a
Answer my
candle
question,
lit
are we
nearby.
really running out of diesel soon?
Why are you so mad about diesel? You run
So-
a diesel truck or something? We're not running out of fucking diesel. They're lying to
Well,
you because there's a midterm election coming.
here's
Is
the
that
big
simple
thing.
enough?
over the summer, they had talked about 30 days worth of diesel left, right?
Diesel's like the dirtiest fuel in the world. It has like one purification process it goes through. The last thing they're fucking short of is diesel. They are lying.
So
to
from
be
the
like,
summer
we can change it, except
until
they can't.
now, they say that we've only lost 5 days worth of diesel fuel. Hunter and says they say we have 25 days reserves of diesel. They still produce it. They are still producing diesel. We are still getting diesel. We do not have the surplus that we once did.
Why? Because we've been selling it to fucking China, tapping into the strategic reserve.
Well, yeah, that's because we got to make money, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, this brings up the conquest of, not the conquest, what the hell? This brings up the topic of these midterm elections. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got to do something about this clown show of fucking politics that is happening. You know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. And you know what you have to do. You have to go out there and vote for the people that are going to start doing right by us, the people who the government is for, by, and of, and not themselves anymore. Thank you. Ring it.
Boom. There it is. Gotta do it. Gotta do it, guys. We gotta get out there. We gotta vote. Tuesday. Next Tuesday. We got a week.
You've got to vote these people that don't know how to do their jobs out of office and get people in there who align with our actual wants, needs, and dreams and whatever the fuck else that America is supposed to be, because this ain't it. This ain't it.
Certainly not.
This ain't it.
And if I could have it my way, I would fire every single one of them on election day. And I'm going to try. I'm going to go out, I'm going to do my part, and if you need a ride, you get a hold of me. I will come and get you and drive you to the polls. No bullshit. Yes.
You have to. You see it.
Yep.
You can change it. Don't let them make you think you can't. You can.
Yep.
We have to.
Again, like the Operation Pocketbook thing, man, the more people who participate, there's so many people who say, I'm not voting, and voting ain't gonna do shit. Go ahead, keep not voting. Watch how bad things get.
When nobody does a thing, the thing doesn't accomplish anything, and everybody's like, see, look, it didn't do anything because nobody did anything.
Yep.
It's a self-defeating cycle. And
Oxymoron.
You can't be sucked into it.
Yeah. Woodnot says, I'm not starving or unemployed. I want to keep it that way. Vote red. Amen. Vote for Pedro. I'm with you, Prepping Mantis.
Vote for anybody but these 80-year-old fucking senile people on both sides of the aisle that have no clue what real Americans
are going through.
Yeah,
they're filthy rich. They're filthy rich.
They think a banana costs $20.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, these people are so high up in their ivory towers, they can't even see the fucking ground, folks. And it is time for a massive change. I don't care what side of the aisle or what color you're voting for, but this nursing home that is fucking the United States Congress has got to stop.
Amen. Betty Lou says, doing nothing gets nothing done. Amen, Betty Lou. Thank you so much for that.
100% of the shit that got done was done by the people that showed up and did the shit.
Correctamundo. Vision preparedness. I think Operation Pocketbook was a massive success, even if we did get some help from our hacker friends. We appreciate y'all.
I wonder who that was.
I don't know, but thank you.
It was one of you, I know it. And I only appreciate that. You don't need to out yourself. But
That's
I know
right.
it was one of you, and...
Thank you. And again, we weren't the only ones promoting it, so if you were promoting it and word got out, thank you to thank them to thank you from me. Thank you. Right.
You did good, kid.
Yeah,
you
we
did
appreciate
good.
it. We appreciate it. Joanne got in and out the kids to bed. Have a great night, sister.
Peace
Thank
out.
you
Good
so
night,
much
kids.
for stopping by. We're about to wrap things up here.
We got 1 minute left on the clock. Is anybody else of our friends and neighbors going online tonight they should check out?
I'm not sure. I know I do believe Angry's still taking it easy and
He's on sabbatical for a
spending
minute.
some
Good.
time with his family. And hey, much love to you, Angry. We love you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I hope the family's okay.
Will the elections be fair? That begs the question of were they ever? What they have to be is overwhelming, and we the people have the power to do that, so do it.
Yep. Let's see. Do we predict civil unrest leading up to and after the election? Beforehand,
not
I don't.
till there's a presidential one.
I don't. Yeah, I think they're gonna save up all of their baseball bats for 2024. Kia Chris says pinball is on now. Pinball loves to do those random lives whenever anybody else is going live.
I'm gonna do a random live one day. I've always thought about it, but like there's like the Hudson Valley prepping and survival thing hanging behind me. And I want to like come out here under your banner and be like, "Fuck the whole system, bro. Ain't doing it." It's the Livingston Man on some ridiculous shit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:30 p.m. We're going to take one more question from the crowd, one more comment. What do they got?
That's it. Let it go.
Prepper Now is on right now. Good.
Oh, I'll have to go. Well, I got to go mod. No, just kidding. But yeah, guys, I want to thank y'all so much for being here. We appreciate you. We appreciate the comments, the donations. Thank y'all so much. Really appreciate it. Robert, his father passed away, so he's been dealing with some family stuff for a little over a week now. And we'll see him when he gets back, man. Whenever he's ready, he'll jump back on. But we appreciate you, Angry. We miss you, brother, and hopefully we'll see you soon. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to do a live on election night. Hell yeah,
I'll be
Outlaw.
here.
Hell
when we
yeah.
get the graphics, we'll chart the progress.
Yeah, we're going to go through and tally up all the races. It's going to be...
What the hell day is that? Is the 8th or is it the 6th?
The 8th.
As Americans, we don't even know.
8th. Well, it moves. It moves.
It's so important to us.
It moves. It's
Ladies and gentlemen, think about this as we sign off is, will you survive?
SHTF. Can you do it? Keep it together, folks. Gather your tribe. Gather your preps. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. We're out of here.